I now welcome Pranahita for her talk on balancing divine feminine and masculine energies. Pranahita, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Sri Lakshmi, and hello everyone. So this is Prana, and I'm so incredibly honored to be here with you all today. Actually, it is such a privilege to be in this space together with Brahmarshi Pitamaha Subhash Patriji, Sam, and Rob, and many other well-known speakers, international speakers. I am so happy to be here. This is one of the best ways to be utilizing your time in these uncertain times. So kudos to you all for being here. And let's dive into today's topic, balancing divine feminine and divine masculine. So today's topic is balancing divine feminine and masculine. So first I'll be talking about what is feminine energies, what is divine feminine, what is divine masculine, and why do we need to balance them? So the whole universe is created by both masculine and feminine energies. These two types of energies flow through everything that exists. So mostly we just think that masculine energy is for males and feminine energy is for females. But the truth is they are two complementary parts of the same whole. We are all dual in nature, no matter our gender. Even if we are female or the male, it's just the ratio of feminine energies and masculine energies is different in male versus female. So irrespective of our gender, we all have both feminine and masculine energies in us. So from now on, I may interchangeably use feminine or female energy and masculine and male energy. But I just want you to disengage from being male and female. Just listen to me, just as a person, as a human being, and not as a male or not as a female. Both masculine and feminine energies have an wounded or unhealthy aspect, and of course, a healthy or divine aspect. So usually the wounded part comes from a place of fear or ego. And most of the times it may lead to pain and all the suffering that we may go through in this lifetime or from the past lifetimes. And also it may lead to unhealthy relationships in our day-to-day lives. And not only with others, but sometimes even with ourselves. Because sometimes we may not be very happy with ourselves, or even we may not be very happy with our body. So we may shame our body, we may not love ourselves. So all these things. So when you understand these masculine and feminine energies, you'll clearly know where exactly it is coming from. And when you balance both of this, so it will be a perfect happiness and blissful life you can witness. So, but when, as I mentioned, when we become aware of what is wounded inside us or what is unhealthy inside us, so we can heal and transform this into healthy and divine energy. So we'll know what are the healthy aspects and what are the unhealthy aspects. As I'm sharing with you, I want you all to make a note, physically or even mentally, those aspects which feel resonated to you. You can just pen them down, or you can just make a mental note. So let's first discuss about divine masculine. So what are the imbalances of a divine masculine? Or what happens if the divine masculine energy is not balanced in us? As we see, a lot of people in this current world have these tendencies. So just observe if you are one of them. Are you too competitive and always want to win? You're always in that race and you're too workaholic or alcoholic, or even TV-aholic, that is watching TV all the time. Anything that you're addicted too much. And are you too focused on your goals and attached to success and fears failure? It is very good, healthy to focus on your goals. But are you like too focused that you're not even thinking about anything, not even taking care of your family, not even taking care of your body, just focused on that goals and too much attached to that success? What if I fail? Always having that fear of failure. So that is an imbalance of divine masculine. It is not a healthy divine masculine. And do you take everything personally and always be critical and judgmental about others? So just observe in your day-to-day life. If someone says anything to you, do you really take it personally and just feel about it for days together and just complain about it? And also at the same time, are you critical about others? Are you always judging others? Others, even if they're judging their body, how they look, or their actions, what are they doing? Always your mind, every time it judges. So if that is the case, then there's an imbalance of divine masculine. And are you always stuck in your own mind? Because usually they say that one of the masculine qualities is to think with their mind. It's good to think with their mind, but is it that you're always stuck in your mind with this too many thoughts that you're not able to control at all? And are you like too logical, analytical, and don't really understand or feel others' emotions? Sometimes, even in your day-to-day life, when your partner or when your kids or family members, they are sharing something with you, some small things with you, but you just don't feel their emotions. Is it the case with you? Just observe, and whatever you resonate with, just make a note of it and work on those aspects, because these are the imbalances of divine masculine. And some people, they're not even in touch with their own emotions. So sometimes what happens is, again, I'm reminding you, my dear friends, as I'm talking about the divine masculine, it is not that I'm talking about a male or a man. It may be in a female also. Just observe. So when I say that you are not in touch with your own emotions, I mean that sometimes a lot of women or even men, they just go on eat chocolates or sugar or even some junk food, some chips or something when they are feeling emotional, when they are feeling stressed. They don't really observe what is the emotion that is going on in their mind or in their body, but they just go towards the food and they just eat so much food and so much, they'll be stuffing their body without even observing what is happening. They'll not really observe the underlying emotion. So that is what is happens when the divine masculine is imbalanced. And you can't really listen to others. You'll just be there with everyone. You're sitting with your family, maybe with your friends. You're sitting there, you're hearing them, but there's no deep listening. The deep listening is missing. Are you someone like that who don't listen to others? And do you always defend yourself when someone says anything to you? Are you a person who always tries to defend yourself or even attack or accuse others because you want to be right? Always, whatever it is, you always want to be right. Is it something that resonates with you? Just check. And also check, do you avoid connections with your family, friends, connections with anyone in your life, and run away or even withdraw from love Love from your family, partner, kids, or anywhere. Do you run away from love? Do you run away or withdraw? And you create a separation from others. You don't want to be really with others. So you always want to be separated and behave very cold and distant, very aggressive, sometimes even very selfish. Just observe as I'm telling these qualities, these aspects. Just observe whatever resonates with you. Are you someone like this? Or is your partner like this? Even if your partner is like this, and there's some differences between you and your partner, or even your parents, or for that matter, anyone in any of your relationships, just once you know this wisdom, you'll clearly able to apply. It is not their fault. It is just that their divine masculine is not in balance. And of course, once we get to know all these things, once we are aware of these things, we can actually work on them. And a couple of other aspects of imbalance of divine masculine are, are you always serious? Like you don't want to laugh, you don't want to play with anyone, the playfulness is missing, and every time serious and always focused on that goal, and very rigid and always controlling. So they always try to control the other person. And if someone else tries to control them, they can't take it. They just can't take it because they want to control. Always they want to be right. And they're very rigid. They're not very flexible. They don't give that space to others. So these are all some of the imbalances of divine masculine. So as we got to know about the imbalances or unhealthy aspects of the divine masculine, what are the healthy or balanced divine masculine qualities? We'll know them. Okay, so as I'm talking about these qualities, if possible, pen them down or make a note of them mentally. I'm telling you again, because once you are aware of these things, automatically, subconsciously, once you take them, you'll start working on them. And of course, consciously also, you can work on them. Just make a note of them. The healthy or balanced divine masculine qualities. What are they? So, a person who is strong but gentle. He's very supportive and encouraging. So if I use he or she, I'm so sorry. I just mean whatever is the gender, even it's a male or female. I always want you to remember this. It may be a male or a female. It's just these qualities, okay? And someone who deeply listens to others. Just think about someone in your life who really deeply listens to others, and we feel like sharing with them, and we feel so protected. We feel like it is a very safe environment for us to share whatever we want to share, because they are giving us that deep listening. They're providing the safe environment, and we feel protected with them. Is there anyone in your life, or are you someone who does this for others? Then that's great, because it is a healthy quality of divine masculine. So as I mentioned, who creates a safe environment where you also feel safe. It's not just about others feeling safe, because sometimes even if we are listening to others, sometimes we may not feel very safe. That is unnecessarily, we'll be having some fear, maybe arising from this lifetime or maybe from past lifetimes, but there may be some fear when you're listening to others. Is there anything like that? If there is nothing like that, but if you are able to create that environment where you are able to support others and protect others, whatever it may be, either physically, emotionally, or even spiritually, then that is a balanced divine masculine quality. And they don't judge others, they don't criticize others, they just give, they don't take really things too personally, and they're very disciplined, and of course has integrity. If they give a word to anyone else, they will stick to their word. They're very disciplined, they take appropriate action. So a lot of people, they start procrastinating. They'll be having so many things, so many dreams, visions, and goals, but they don't take action. But the divine masculine quality is to take appropriate action, but without the need for ego stroking. So it's not that someone will come and praise you and your ego will go up if you do something. It's not about that. It's just about focusing on your goal and taking appropriate actions. And divine masculine qualities, they don't have greed, no greed. They don't want to grab something from others. So they're not like too competitive. So no conflict, but they're very humble, honest, and accountable. They're very, very confident. So you can clearly say if someone is having a balanced divine masculine, because they seem very confident, but they don't seem arrogant. Because some people we see in our lives, they seem arrogant, confident, but arrogant. It's not like that. They're very confident, but not arrogant, because they're very gentle, kind. They're adventurous, but not reckless. One of the most important qualities of divine masculine is who is of service and does what is in the highest good of others, and who is always grounded. So these are some of the qualities of a healthy or balanced divine masculine. So now let's go to divine feminine energy. So imbalances, first let us know about the imbalances of divine feminine energy. Are you too emotional? Just can't control your emotions? Because in our day-to-day life, we see some people, or even we may be one of them, where we cannot control our emotions. We're just too emotional for whatever that happens in our life. And sometimes we overconnect and overshare our emotions with others. Whatever our needs are, whatever our emotions are, we just go to someone else and we just start pouring on them all our emotions, all our needs. We just pour on them without even thinking about others, and we just drain their energy. Are you someone like that? Then definitely there's an imbalance in your divine feminine energy. And are you usually insecure and always look for external validation? Just think about it. Someone, they always ask for approval from outside. So how much ever they do, whatever best they give, but always they check with the outside people. Is it good? Is this okay? So they always keep checking because they feel somewhere insecure. They always feel that, okay, maybe I'm not really right. I just need some validation from someone to make sure this is right, because they don't have trust in themselves. And they always need to feel loved. They usually don't love themselves. They always want others to love them. They always have this need that uh, others should love me. But in fact, it is coming from there's no self-love. So when there is no self-love, other people outside cannot love them. And do you sacrifice yourself and prioritize others at your own expense? Just think about. And I'll just give an example. If You went out with a friend and you both got some chocolates or something to eat, and you both were about to eat, and your friend's chocolate, it fell down and she couldn't eat. What you did you just share a piece of your chocolate, or did you just give the whole of your chocolate to her? And after giving the whole of your chocolate, are you feeling really bad? And somewhere inside, are you feeling like, I don't deserve it? And are you feeling really bad for her? That, okay, because what happens is, it's just that you're not prioritizing yourself. You always think about others. It's good to share with others. I'm not saying not to share with others, but to what extent are you doing it? Are you doing it at your own expense? And after sharing it, are you really feeling bad? And are you really feeling like, I don't deserve it? What are the feelings that are there inside you? Just check those things. So that is one of the quality of uh, imbalance of the feminine energy, and not taking action even when one has to take action. Again, they're always lay back and relax. A lot of women, I don't say everyone, but few of them, or a lot of them, they just sit down, lay back and relax, saying that, okay, I have already too much to do. Let me just relax and not do anything. So the thing that feminine energy is not doing anything. It's not like not doing anything, sitting back and always watching TV, or always uh, listening to something. It's not that. It's about that being. When someone says that not doing anything, it's not about just watching something or just killing your time. Definitely it's not about killing your time, my dear friends. Remember this. When someone says they're doing nothing, it's not about killing their time, but it's about being. It's about being, because masculine energy is all about doing things, and feminine energy is about being in that consciousness. It's not about killing the time. Okay. So, and few more qualities. So, one who is always manipulative. They always try to manipulate others, and they don't have boundaries for themselves, or no self-control. Even that is one of the extremes, and that is not balanced feminine energy. And are you afraid of loss, and is very attached to people or things in an unhealthy and excessive way? So sometimes, even I heard a lady saying that whenever her husband goes out, she always has this fear that something will happen to her husband. And even if she leaves some of her belonging somewhere at a friend's place or somewhere, she always keeps thinking about it. She may go to her friend's place the next day and get her things back, but still the whole day she'll be thinking about that particular thing. And she doesn't know where that is coming from. It is the imbalance of feminine energy, my dear friends. You are just very, very attached to people or things. It is not very easy for you to let go of them. Even a lot of people, they don't even let go of those emotions or something that happened years ago, even in their childhood. They'll not be able to let go of it. How much ever we talk, it's okay, it is in the past. But somehow they cannot let go because of this imbalance. So when they work on balancing of the feminine energy, it will be easy for them to let go. And it's not about letting go all the time. It's that perfect balance that we need. And one more quality of uh, imbalance of divine feminine is always desperate for love and always chasing it. So, as I mentioned earlier, when they don't have self love, it is not really easy to get love from outside. So, first, they need to work on their self love aspect. And they always feel like a victim. So, these are some of the qualities or imbalances of divine feminine. Now let's look at healthy or balanced divine feminine qualities. So when the feminine qualities are balanced, how will it be? They'll be naturally intuitive, patient, nurturing, and always listens to their heart rather than their mind. So they listen to their heart, but they act with their mind. That is a healthy and balanced divine feminine. Again, I'm reminding you, it's not about a female. Even a male can have these qualities. Just observe. So naturally intuitive is they're always connected to their intuition. They are always guided by their intuition, and they're most of the times they're patient with others, and they're very kind and caring and nurturing. So with these qualities, what happens? They can flow through life effortlessly because they trust their intuition, and the intuition will be guiding them, and it will be much easier to flow through life effortlessly. And also, who knows how to surrender and be open. So at different times we may need to surrender for whatever that is happening in our lives, accept whatever that is happening in our lives. Because sometimes life cannot be a cakewalk all the time. So it is about accepting and moving on, and who is also wise to accept these things and loving. So as the feminine energy qualities, they're very loving, they're compassionate, and of course generous and supportive. But at the same time, they also know how to ask for what they need, because a lot of times I see a lot of people, they don't really ask for what they need. They don't feel comfortable asking even their parents or even their partner or children or anyone. They don't really feel comfortable asking. They always give, always in that mode of giving and giving and giving, but they don't receive. So when you always give, what happens? You'll drain your energy. Again, it's an imbalance. So you really have to balance both by giving at the same time receiving. So you should know how to ask for what you need from others, and also who has healthy boundaries. If someone is coming to you and just pouring all their stuff on you, you can just clearly set some healthy boundaries. At the same time, you can be really compassionate and loving towards them with some healthy boundaries. And who is not afraid to speak her heart and does so with no shame. So whatever is there inside them, they clearly talk with others without thinking that, okay, what if I say this? What if I say that? What will other person think? How they may react? Without having all these fears and phobias, they just speak their heart out. They're not afraid of that. And who is very kind, caring, or receptive, and of course grounded. That is very important. Who is very gracious in her strength. So these are some of the important divine feminine qualities. So as we got to know about both the healthy and unhealthy aspects of divine masculine and divine feminine, so let's look at what Chinese philosophy and Hindu philosophy is telling about this divine feminine and divine masculine. So let's look at yin and yang. So this is the symbol most of you might have been seeing from years. So yin and yang is a concept that has developed over thousands of years in Chinese culture. So the meaning of yin and yang is that the universe is governed by cosmic duality. What is cosmic duality? It's like a sets of two opposite yet complementing principles that can be observed in nature. Usually like sun and moon, dark and light, or mountains and valleys, or male and female. So all these dualities that exist in our nature. So generally speaking, yin is an inward energy that is feminine, still, and dark. As you can see here in the slide, it is represented by the black color or the dark color, and yang is outward energy that is masculine, hot and bright. So as you can see on the screen, it consists of a circle divided into two halves by a curved line. So one half of the circle is black. As I mentioned, it represents the yin side. The other is white for the yang side. But as you observe, a dot of opposite color is situated near the center of the other's half. So the important point in this symbol is the small dots that you see represent the idea that we are not all black and white. The white dot in the black area and the black dot in the white area indicates the coexistence and unity of opposites to form a whole. It indicates that feminine exists in masculine and masculine exists in feminine. This is the point that we have to note in our minds, that you are not only a male or a female, you have both energies inside you. That is what I have been telling you again and again. We all have both energies, and it's not just proven or it's not discovered or invented just in the recent years. It's there from thousands of years, as we see in this yin yang symbol, which is there from thousands of years in Chinese culture. And as you see this curvy line in the circle, it signifies that there's no absolute separations between those two opposites. It's not a straight line. It is like a curvy line. That means it's not exactly separated. So no absolute separation between the two opposites. The yin-yang symbol embodies both the sides: duality, unity and diversity, change and harmony. So that is about yin-yang symbol, Shiva and Shakti. So what you are seeing now on the screen is the image of Ardhanarishwara. Of course, I'm sure all the Indians know this, and some of you who doesn't know about this, Ardhanarishwara is a combination of three words. Ardha means half, Nari is women, and Ishwara means Lord Shiva or God, which when combined means half is Lord Shiva and the other half is women part, that is Shakti. So, so Shiva and Shakti are the twin flames, the mirror image of each other. They complete each other. Thus, they are the indestructible force that unites together to create the entire cosmos. Mainly, as you see this picture, it also harmonizes the two conflicting ways of life. Usually, the Shiva represents the spiritual way of the ascetic, and the Shakti represents the materialistic way of the householder. And it clearly, beautifully harmonizes the two ways of life. This is basically trying to manifest that the masculine and the feminine are equally divided within yourself. What is being said is that if the inner masculine and feminine meet, you are in a perpetual state of ecstatic bliss. So, let's move on to the next slide, which is chakras. Actually, I found it interesting. I've heard a lot about chakras, but recently I got to know that there are some male chakras and female chakras, which represent our divine feminine and divine masculine. So I'll just share that with you quickly before we start our meditation. So, just like all beings in nature, as I was mentioning, both have a feminine and masculine energy. Even each chakra is associated with the gender that is being mostly expressed in that particular center, the center of the chakra, and the energies to which that particular chakra represents. So, the divine masculine is represented by three chakras or the masculine energy. It is the first chakra, that is root chakra, third chakra, that is solar chakra, and fifth chakra, that is throat chakra. The root chakra represents grounding and stability, as we have already spoken about most of these qualities. So root chakra is about grounding and stability. Solar chakra is about action and power. Throat chakra is about purpose and expression. And the second, fourth, and sixth represent the feminine side, the receptive side. So what is the second chakra? It's sacral chakra, and it represents intimacy, going with the flow. Heart chakra, it is about love and compassion. Sixth chakra, that is brow chakra, it is about insight and intuition. And when all of these chakras are in balance, when the divine feminine and divine masculine is perfectly in balance, we'll be in the state of Sahasrara. So that is no more a chakra. It is just a state that is in Sahasrara. So we can realize our greatest potential as humans when we can balance our internal divine masculine and feminine energies. So let's get into a quick guided meditation on balancing divine masculine and feminine energies within us and through us. Importantly, through us, let's balance the whole collective consciousness of the Earth planet, because it's not just about you as you are a part of this Earth planet. Once you are balanced, the whole of the collective consciousness of the Earth planet will be balanced. So sit in a comfortable posture, cross your legs, clasp your hands, and gently close your eyes. If you don't have any thoughts, just be there. Observe that pure silence. Only if a thought arises in your mind, start observing your natural, normal breath. Just observe how you're inhaling and how you're exhaling. This is one of the most easiest and effective techniques in meditation called Anapanasat. So keep observing your natural inhaling and exhaling. How you're breathing in and how you're breathing out. And now we will invoke the energies of Shiva and Shakti to help and guide us in our meditation, to help and guide us to balance our masculine and feminine energies. Also, we will invoke archangels Azrael and Jeremiah to help and guide us in our journey in balancing both the feminine and masculine. Just last 2 minutes as we are running short of time. Visualize that all the chakras in your body are balanced and the whole of your masculine energies and feminine energies are in perfect balance with all the wisdom that you have taken now. You are now perfectly in balance with your divine masculine and divine feminine. Just 1 more minute. As we are completely in balance, we'll thank all the energies which are guiding and helping us. And we'll thank ourselves for being here today. With that, we'll close the meditation. And whenever you're ready, you can open your hands and put them on your eyes for a few seconds. And slowly open your eyes. Thank you all so much. Just because of the time, we couldn't do it longer. But if you're interested, there are some guided meditations by me on PMC UK channel. You can go through them. And I'll be soon uploading a guided meditation on balancing both divine feminine and divine masculine. And thank you all so much for this opportunity. And thank you so much for being there with me. Thank you all.